All right, we got a 920 S4. Let's see here. So she's in pretty good shape. There's a few things that I don't like. It has a hell ding right here. There is a crease, looks like, right here. And I was considering doing a dentless repair, and I think there's one right here. This one won't be. I think it's got a little bit of crease into it, so that one would come out, but wouldn't be a perfect dentless repair. And like I said, front bumper, this paint can be sanded out, and I actually bought the sandpaper to do the job. It's coming in Facebook tomorrow. Or not Facebook, excuse me, Amazon. I was gonna probably redo the clear right there. Some of the clear is letting go on both sides, so not sure why. Maybe somebody had buffed it too hard. Think here. I mean, like I said, it shines up good. Things about the car. Let me see here. It's been siliconed, so let me think. Open the trunk, and then also, excuse me, open the hatch as well. I think I told you that the buttons don't work. Stays up. Shocks are good. Batteries right here. New ground wires up front. I did that just because they were afraid and it was time. Upgraded Porsche emblem. It's kind of a, what do you call it, like a pewter color. I think you're asking about that. It's when I replaced the filter. I think I did the refilter change the same time I did the MAF. So the MAF is in the center, and airflow, these are an upgrade from 928 RS. These are Mercedes breathers, and a lot of people do that because the Porsche versions, they're hard to get anymore, and they've been in there for 10 years. So it looks almost the same as just using a Mercedes V8 setup versus the 928, since they were kind of rare. So it still sucks in the air right there. This is an upgraded water cooler, 928 Sports. I have 928. I don't know if you can see it. Skid guards right here. Put those on because the way it dropped the car with the EVOC coils. If you don't have it, you're going to take out your your alternator. And I took out my alternator once, I think, or twice, and I finally said, well, it's time for me to get those. So the alternator in it now has been good for over 2 years, and after I put in the skid plates. So like I had said, 928 Sport, sway bar, oil cap, water cooler. If you know anything about 928, this company, Motorsport, it's very expensive. Everything they do is custom and expensive. I have a cover for that. I'll put that back on. The windshield washer fluid cap was cracking, and so I basically put a plug in it, rubber plug, and it can be pulled out. And but don't really use the windshield wiper fluid ever. So because I keep my car, don't drive it on any other days that are really bad. Radiator full, upgraded temp 2 sensor. Like I said, that's just to check fuel pressure. Upgraded airlines, upgraded fuel system, because these cars are known to catch fire if you don't replace them. They were I think Greg Brown's upgraded fuel lines. These are not cheap. They're not ones that you just buy some fuel lines and what do you call it? Just plug them in and tighten them down. No, these are custom made to this car and high quality that won't come apart under high pressure. New power steering and fluid put in. So this has a filter bit built into it. And so I replaced both. These are shared with Beamers as well. Same one that was in BMW V8 as well. So good news there. It's shared parts from Mercedes and BMW. Trying to think of other things. Upgraded the wire. I redid the wiring harness. So that's got a new plastic plug. Put all the pins in it. I think I can start it up again. Oh, it's extremely, what did I do with my key? Oh, in my pocket. It is so hot today, it's insane. All right. Guess that just muted it. I'll figure out how to turn it off. I don't remember. So yeah, you said the fuel injectors are loud, and that's a lot of Porsches that I've ever owned, especially 944s. They're very loud. The sound deadening, I've got the kit. Actually, it's a foam kit. It's from Roger, excuse me, a guy from Michigan. It's right up there. I just got to put it in and glue it in. I just haven't done it. So that'd be included. I can put that in. Trying to think what other little things. These are upgraded GTS wheels. They normally had like a phone. It's not really phone dials, or like, I think they're called sewer wheels. I don't have the original sewer wheels. These are GTS wheels that are from a 911, and they're very expensive. They go for $2,000 or $3,000 now. It's what people want, and when people see these wheels on an i11 with GTS mirrors and GT style wheels, this makes it a little bit more exciting for people to see. So they're not in perfect condition, but they're nice. And got new tires. Tires are just put on. I bought the tires in December of last year around COVID, and then COVID hit and I didn't get to put them on, and they sat in the garage. And finally, a little bit of relief on COVID, and I was able to get them put on. So if I was to keep this car, I'd be getting this taken out, this little dent, definitely this dent, and I would be repainting that front bumper. And like I said, that's, if you don't trade with me, that's what I'm gonna be doing. I did put in the rear differential fluid, so that's just done yesterday. I kind of felt bad that hadn't been done. The oil was dark but not sludgy, and somebody had RTV'd, or excuse me, anti-sealed the plugs, so plugs weren't damaged, taking them out, putting them back in tight, and you got new differential fluid in it. And I can't believe I forgot to do that. The one thing that I'm not going to be driving this car until, and I'll call you about it, but the both rear spindles that go to the tranny that you were asking about, both of them have dry rot and they're about to break. So I've ordered those parts to put in. It doesn't look like it's a hard job. Just got to repack it and seal it. I mean, let's go ahead and drive the car for a minute so you can at least hear what it's like. Reverse. Sometimes this light comes on, sometimes it doesn't. I'm not for sure why. I can't tell you why it does. Sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't come on. And like I said, I have to go slow here, or hit the drag. My skid plates. It's in drive. Alright. Let me see if I can close my garage from here. Neighbors trees are so tall I can't see. It went down. It did not. Let me try again. There we go. We'll put extended antenna on it. And go pretty far. I have 2 buttons on the remote, so I literally don't use it. And I don't know which one's which. It's a brand new garage door opener. All right. Forgive me for a second. I'm going to put my seatbelt on. So I'm going to put you down just for a second. Because in Fishers, they will give you a ticket. Here we go. All right. Thing of it is, there's a nice Corvette. Might be similar to the one you just picked up. Where I live in Fishers, it's about every, I would say, every 2 cars, or 1 out of 5 cars I see is usually a Porsche, a Beamer, or a Tesla. This is an area that's a pretty nice area, real close to the Geist Lake. 928s, there is a 928 club in this neighborhood. It's called the Water Cool Club, and mostly just 944 guys, a few 944, a few new modern Boxers or 996s, but majority of us is 928s. Pretty close-knit group of guys. Seems like my steering wheel is just a niche off. I took it out to have a restitch, so this is a restitching. It's near perfect. There's a little spot right here the guy did. It kind of made me mad, but it is what it is. It is a very nice steering wheel now. Before it was delaminating, so pretty good shape. There is some cracks that I had filled in, so don't be thinking the car dash is perfect, but it is in good shape. Like I said, this car I use for not daily driving, but whenever I need a car that, like I'm going to work on one of my other Porsches, this has been a very reliable car. If you do not leave it on a charger, a little small trickle charger, for 2 weeks, the battery will be dead. It's got 2 brains. And you know what? I forgot to take my wallet. Whoa. I hope I don't get pulled over. But anyways, I won't be speeding. Well, I sort of am right now, but you gotta watch the speed. But so I'm gonna make this a long drive. You might fall asleep, but you know, I want you to get a little bit of idea what this car can do. And today is crazy hot. So there we go. There's a Porsche. I don't know if that's Taycan. No, I think it's Pano. Might be a Taycan. Seen one of those Pfizer, or excuse me, one of those Carmen's electric cars, light blue, just cool in the neighborhood. It's a 4-door. I think those are super expensive. I don't know who has one of those, but not very many 928s in the neighborhood. So, crossing the Geist Lake, another Tesla. Teslas there's tons in this neighborhood. So with the E-Bach setup, it is lower, and as you can hear, you hear the bumps. It is a low to the ground car that does handle very well. It's 100% balanced, unlike a 911, which is like, I think, 60-40. The more modern ones might be, I think the turbo engine 911s, they've moved closer to the center of the car, but like a Boxster, it's 100% balanced. So is this car. just because like you know, like a Boxer, some of the tranny and all the components are in the back. Automatics, it has an upgraded boot, like a carbon fiber and buttons and so forth. Trying to think. It's probably too long of a video, but at least you kind of see the reliability of the car. I'll go through a really nice neighborhood here. The guy's not leaving me a lot of room. Probably could squeeze through it, but I'm not going for it. Comes with a clean Carfax, at least when I ran it. Well, it's still clean. Let me rephrase it. It's a clean Carfax from the time I bought it 10 plus years ago to now. It's the same car, other than it's better than it was when I got it. I mean, I've put in a lot of blood, sweat, tears, and my wife has said she knows when I've worked on a car because I always seem to hurt myself with my hands are bleeding. Oops. Here's saying I'm speeding. Just gotta slow down in this neighborhood. Let's see here. Some more boring stuff. There is a guy. There was a TV show, I think it was 60 Minutes, a house down here where it's Cocktail Cove, where this guy was taking money. He was a money investor on guys. On homes or what. He was a money investor for people, and he stole all their money and then faked his death out jumping out of a plane. And there was a show, I think it's called 60 Minutes, or this other show talks about mysterious people that die, and there's an area where people park their boats on the weekend. Just one of them out there. Like I said, this car is solid, drives good. It was really loud until I added the extra MagnaFlows. So this little drive is as much as I'm going to do, and then I'm going to put her away until I get the boots rebuilt and repacked, because it's got a slight tear. And honestly, I can't believe I didn't see it, but I've been underneath the car quite a lot in the past few years, and definitely going to resolve that. Also, there was a leak around the reservoir, and what I need to do is pick up a new seal for the cap. That will be purchased today with the well, excuse me, it's already purchased with the packing kit for the spindles that we were talking about. Like I said, I get a lot of people, especially during the weekends, people go out of their way to come up to me and talk to me about this car. When I tell them how many miles are on it, they're like, they think I'm saying that there's 20 or 30,000, not 200,000 or 100,000. No, it's over 200,000. Okay, we're gonna go across the other part of the Geist Lake. It's where a lot of the football players live over there. Probably didn't show you anything, but so the Colts and so forth. So this is the Geist Lake. There are a lot of the water for drinking water gets processed through this lake, and boats over there. And there's a little bit off center there. There's usually a flag right there. I don't know what happened to it. across the lake. And let's see if I can put the overdrive button on. So when you have that on, it's just a little peppier instantly. Instead of having to just floor it down, you get the instant overdrive, which just kind of there was a kit out there where somebody had it built into this with electronic boot, and I decided to just do it manually. So I guess it's the poor man version of it that somebody had done. So I put a button on mine, and let's see here. So we went across the lake. So I put what do you call it? The ceramic coating on this car. So I've had a few. I've had McGuire's ceramic coating, and then the latest one with graphene and the ceramic that is made by believe it or not, turtle wax. It's got some good materials in it that puts out a fantastic paste wax that I've been super impressed with. Easy to put on paste, and then I've also been after I put that on, I also use a Gyros, which Gyros is a company that's does a lot of Ferrari stuff, waxes and stuff, that's based out of Seattle, and they actually have a distribution here in Avon, Indiana, which I've been for a couple Porsche meets, group meetings with the PCA club, and fantastic product. Another Tesla. So since they put in those $40,000 Teslas, or below 40, you see a lot of Teslas nowadays. The thing of it is, most people have the new stuff. I see gravitate across the older Cayennes, and you don't see very many of my Cayennes. Everybody has brand new stuff. My wife's is a more modern 958. It's a really nice Ford behind me. What is that? I don't know what that is. Trailblazer edition or something. The headlights were really cool. So yeah, here we are in my neighborhood. Made it back. Actually, my kids are going to be getting out of school here in about 30 minutes. I actually substituted at the school today for Fishers, so I do that on part-time, trying to put some money down for my kids' college. So that's why I'm more into trading than selling, because I got a kid coming to college, or going to college next year. Probably my wife would want me to sell this and then have money for college, but I don't know if I'm that excited about doing that. Oh my God, it's so hot. I'm gonna try to park this car as far over as I can, because I don't want my wife to hit my car. So that's pretty much it. She is, so we did a little spin. Water temperature is good. I also use a special additive in gas, just to make sure if there's any ethanol in gas. It's called Star something Tron. I always put it in. I just bought a bottle. It's up there on that bench up there. It's a blue stuff, and it's my mechanic that does Porsche stuff for 911s. He says that stuff works. He's used it on a dyno, and he said oh yeah, flashers, to let you know, emergency, that works as well. I don't think I showed you that. So fan stays on until the engine cools off. It has, I forgot to mention also, it has a box fan, custom box fan. It's electric instead of dragging on the motor. So that way you get a little bit more power. A lot of people have done the electric. I think some people have done electric water pumps as well. I went with the standard Lasso water pump. So anyways, this was a very long video, just to show you it's a good car, and it's a labor of love. It will be something that there's some of the oil treatment that I was putting in gear oil, and I didn't realize it got on the floor, so I'm kind of mad. I'm trying to figure out how to get that off. So anyway, that's her. Hopefully that kind of gives you an idea what we got. Just recently put that on. It guides the window. It still has, you know, the standard gas flap. Little bitty paint that's come off here. Probably needs a little touch up there. I actually have the 928 raised letters. They're in the glove box. The glove box is upgraded there. It has the pin that helps you with the timing belt. There's a pin lock that you put in when you change timing belts. Radio works. It doesn't keep time, but it does work, so I seem to adjust it from time to time. You know, lights working there and up in there. Moving that in, so hopefully that gives you an idea. I don't know if these have lights in them or not. They do not. So fan kicks on, it will shut off. It's just adjusting the temperature of the car, so cools it down. So everything, it works as it should, starts right up as it should. Dual exhaust is nice, gives a little bit of a note. 928 Club license plate. Like I said, nice car. Thanks, bye.